scream so loud. A big sky stretching past the clouds. Frozen rivers break their chains. Saskatchewan's got the bigger dreams. Canada's grip, it holds too tight, but the South it calls in the dead of night. Fields of wheat, they yearn for more. A better deal just past that door. Canada's grip, it holds too tight, but the South it calls in the dead of night. Fields of wheat, they yearn for more. A better deal just past that door. Oh, Saskatchewan, break the line. Cross the border, leave behind. Stars and stripes, they'll set you free. USA, your destiny. Oh, Saskatchewan, break the line. Cross the border, leave behind. Stars and stripes, they'll set you free. The USA, your destiny. Taxes high, they weigh us down. Promises lost in Ottawa's town. We've been forgotten, left to fade. Time to rewrite the deal we made. Mountains far we've never seen. We're just the land where the cold is mean. A freedom south where the sun does shine. It's time to take what should be mine. Oh, Saskatchewan, break the line. Cross the border, leave behind. Stars and stripes, they'll set you free. The USA, your destiny. Oh, Saskatchewan, break the line. Cross the border, leave behind. Stars and stripes, they'll set you free. The USA, your destiny. Chains can't hold, bear and ice wrapped in gold. Shatter the maps, whole lines erased. Greenland invited to the embrace. Welcome, welcome, Greenland folk. Stars and stripes, your story told. Unite the land seas far and wide. We'll walk together side by side. Mountains rise, frozen veins feed. Shifting tides, sowing the seed. North sky fire burns so high. Joining hands under shared sky. Welcome, welcome, Greenland folk. Stars and stripes, your story told. Unite the land seas far and wide. We'll walk together side by side. Can freeze. Strength in spirit, lands and seas. Borders fade like melting snow. Together stronger, onwards go. Welcome, welcome, Greenland fold. Stars and stripes, your story told. Unite the land seas far and wide. We'll walk together side by side. King, no crown, ice can freeze. Strength in spirit, lands and seas. Borders fade like melting snow. Together stronger, onwards go. Welcome, welcome, Greenland fold. Stars and stripes, your story told. Unite the land seas far and wide. We'll walk together side by side. Together
welcome to the NPC show. Deprogramming the world one NPC at a time. I'm your host, Frank. Today is Friday, March 6, 2026. Good morning to you guys. How you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful Friday so far. Still early in the day. Give me a second. I just need to set up some stuff. Yeah, did not get this entirely done, but almost done. I'll be right with you in a second. Hold on. Oh my God, I clicked on the wrong thing. This is still loading, huh? Twitter? Wow. You guys are something else here. Anyways, so I guess it is Twitter then. Yeah, I am now using better RAM. It feels smoother. My computer feels smoother, but Twitter still blows ass. Although you can't really blame them, right? They spend all their time shadow banning people and banning they spend all their time doing censorship now. Anyways, give me 1 second. Let's see. Okay, we're done with that. Good to go. Anyways, hello guys. Good morning. Hello Barry. Hello to Mary. Good to see you, Amber. Leanne. Good to see you, Dawn. Robbie's. Mary. Sherry. Arnold. Yorka. Tristan. S. Renee. Hello to you, Patriot626. Swiggy. I'm gonna call you Swiggy. I know it's not correct, but that's fine. Tijuana. Lewis. Good to see you. Talisha, Bradley, Diane, Zach, Bendy, and Fire Truck. Good to see you. Hello to everyone over on. Hello, Lewis. Hello to everyone over on Rumble. We got Mary, Josie, Dixie. We got Terry. Does this sound louder than usual today? Anyways, yeah, that's better. I don't know. Hello, Terry. Hello, Jillian. Good to see you. Hello, RJ Pie. Hello to you. Good morning. He wrote good night. Hello, Derek Luna. Hello, Marshare. Thank you for being here. Hello to Gentry's Garage and Pennsyltucky Hilljack over on Rumble. Thank you all for being here. We have a pretty lengthy show, not too long. And then a post-show watch party. We've got a very detailed video about the iron beam. Apparently, they are using the laser defense weapon. Like the ones that I saw, that was not the iron beam. Maybe the iron beam's used to detect these drones, and then they fight. I don't know. But the video that I saw says that's not laser. That's a CRAM. That's a basic CRAM. But apparently they are using it. We got a video on that. We got a video by Joshua. It's titled "The Shared Economy Aims to Destroy Ownership." He's talking about the whole World Economic Forum globalist thing. So where you don't own anything, you just rent. You rent, and very just all the corporations own everything, right? Which are in bed with the oligarchs. Anyways, and then we've got one about the China's economy is crashing. So that should be interesting. And if Freya's here, we'll watch a thing of curling. Top 50 shots in curling ever. What is this one? BlackRock is restricting withdrawals from a flagship private credit fund. What is that about? That sounds bad. That sounds like if you announce something like that, the economy crashes. Today's dump is actually from the job numbers. The job numbers are not looking good. Let's see. BlackRock is restricting withdrawals from a flagship private credit fund after a surge in outflows. Huh. That's weird. That looks bad. Basically, what this is saying is a bunch of people want to withdraw their money, and they're like, "Nah, it's ours now." Nope, we can't let you withdraw it. We need it to fund our globalism. That looks bad. Anyways, hello Swiggy watching live today. Hello James Rockmore. Hello to you, Derek Luna. Let's see. Random Yank, hello to you. Good morning. People popping in over on Rumble. We got AK Forever. We got Alaska. Good to see you. Anywho, hello Lightman. Thank you for being here. Anyways, let's get going. First story of the day, the DOJ announced that there's going to be another 47,000 JE files that are going to be released this week. Oh, well, it's Friday, which means it'll probably be out today. I'm not sure who's going to be in these, but I'm going to assume there are people who are not compliant with the Trump admin lately. That'd be hilarious, right? That'd be hilarious. Oh, you wanna defund the DHS? Well, we're gonna release another 47,000 files, and you're gonna be in it. I'm telling you guys, Trump admin, you control the blackmail. Why have you not been using it? Huh? You should be using it. By the way, most of it's probably been removed from the SDNY, the real stuff, the real bad stuff. Remember we talked about the storage facilities. There apparently he has a bunch of storage facilities all over the country, which that property was never raided by the FBI. It was never seized. It was never declared part of the estate, and so who knows what happened to it. So yeah, we still gotta figure that out. There's gonna be a lot more files over there if they can find them. Next story. Nancy Mace confirms that RINOs teamed up with Democrats to block her subpoena of IIhan Omar's immigration fraud records. Yeah. So again, this is the Uniparty working together. Can we get a name? Can we get names? There they are. Hold on. What is this? Mace reveals in an interview with Lindell TV that Republicans blocked her motion to subpoena IIhan Omar's records. The news person asked her, Congresswoman, where do we stand on the investigation into IIhan Omar? Obviously, there are some questions regarding her citizenship. She's been referred to the ethics committee. Can we trust the ethics committee to actually be ethical and do the right thing? Nancy Mace says, well, what's happened so far? I think the remark is always let the process play out. That's what they always say, and nothing ever happens. I tried to subpoena her immigration records and her brother husband's immigration records, and it was Republicans that killed my motion. And then a news person says, what's going on with that? Do you have any more insight you can share? And Nancy says, as far as I know, nothing's going on. Nothing will go on. That's Congress for you. Both sides protect the other. So, yeah, now you know why she's leaving. Yeah, not just her. I believe Andy Biggs as well. Andy Biggs says that he's running for, I think it's Andy Biggs, right? He's running for governor of Arizona. And he was asked why he's making this move, and he said Congress is irredeemable. Yeah. And now you know why Nancy Mace is running for governor of South Carolina. Because if you can't make changes, you know, being a congressperson, you're 0.2% of the House. That's all you are. You know, you're just one vote out of 435 or so. And so she's leaving. She's running for governor of South Carolina. South Carolina, if you know what's good for you, you'd vote for her. Because you're going to need a lot of protecting, because North Carolina has gone full RINO. I mean, yeah, well, North Carolina's going to go back to the way it was 20 years ago. Remember 20 years ago when North Carolina was the Democrat state and South Carolina was the red state? And that's kind of flipped. North Carolina is, South Carolina, you got guys like Lindsey Graham coming in. And then North Carolina's had a supermajority in their state Congress, both chambers, overriding vetoes from the Democrat governor. Remember that? Yeah, that's gone away. They got a representative running for a district out in North Carolina. And she just voted for Kamala Harris just a year and a half ago and wears a hijab. And she's GOP, and she ran unopposed. And the GOP just completely fell asleep on that one. They didn't even pay attention. Yeah. So, absolute dog shit state now. North Carolina going to hell. Going to shit. So anyway, that's what's going on there. Next story. This is out of Zero Hedge. 100% of audited Medicaid claims for autism care in Colorado were improper or flawed. Yeah. So apparently, what is it? $207 million in potentially improper payments for autism therapy. They basically paid them out, but the diagnoses that they did to confirm whether they had autism or not, those cannot be very thoroughly verified. So literally 100% of payments that went out for autism care were not properly verified. So, yes, no, this is the headline over on Zero Hedge if you want to dig more into it. This is a very lengthy, detailed article. That's why I generally favor the Gateway Pundit. Their news is like Cliff Notes news. It's for people who don't have the time to read all that. I don't have time to read all this. This is supposed to be a 1 hour show. And this is going to be like a 20-minute read because I suck at reading. Look at this. Keeps going. But yeah, a lot of good stuff. Colorado's, hopefully they're going to be going down pretty soon. Yeah. Next story. The U.S. Senate has rejected an effort to reopen the DHS in a 51-45 vote. This is despite the fact that Kristi Noem has already been reassigned. She's no longer a DHS secretary. By the way, I did do a second show yesterday, and the second one was in the afternoon, talking about the shakeup in D.C. There is an unusual scandal involving her spending $220 million on an ad spend, advertising for the DHS and ICE to kind of promote it, make it look better, right? The problem with it was that she was featured prominently in it. And that looks bad because it's like, oh, is this a campaign ad or is this about DHS, you know? So, and the scandal isn't the fact that it was, I don't even know if it was spent yet, but John Kennedy asked her, does Donald Trump know about this? And she said yes. Apparently Donald Trump did not know about it. But that hasn't been confirmed yet. We watched the Trump welcome the 2025 soccer champions in this White House yesterday. You could see that in the stream yesterday, and we were hoping there's going to be a Q&A, and there wasn't. So we haven't heard him say a thing about it yet. However, Kristi Noem is not fired entirely. She's still in the administration. In fact, it looks to me like it's a promotion. She is now going to be working underneath Rubio. Essentially doing DHS, but for all the Western Hemisphere, which is a little challenging, right? Because she doesn't actually have authority over these foreign governments and foreign law enforcement. So she's gonna have to learn these governments, learn how they work, learn what agencies they have, and what agency can do what based on their individual national laws, and create their own little ICE, mainly to combat cartels. That's what it's for. So I personally thought, to me it looks like it's a promotion. Trump has not mentioned anything about this so-called scandal, so I don't know if it's true yet. Once he confirms it, then we'll know, right? But so she's out of there, and they still are blocking the DHS funding, which, by the way, doesn't hurt ICE at all. It basically hurts TSA. It hurts everything in Homeland Security other than ICE and Border Patrol, because those two are funded they have two vehicles of funding, DHS funding as well as the one big beautiful bill. So they jammed all that in there. They didn't highlight it. You know what I mean? They didn't tell us, because then the Democrats will pay attention to it, like, oh, we gotta vote that down. You know, they focused on like tax cuts, which we didn't care about. We don't make anything, you know. But anyways, so DHS remains unfunded. Next story. Marjorie Taylor Greene tweeted this out today. She says, I support Tucker. Trump doesn't even know what MAGA is anymore and turned it into MAGA. Trump is not America's first. He's donor first. Tucker would beat Trump if he ran for president a third time, violating the Constitution. I haven't seen any response from Tucker in all this. So I'm going to assume Tucker doesn't want that endorsement because, yeah, that's like getting an endorsement from Kevin McCarthy, huh? Oh, I got endorsed by Lindsey Graham. Fuck. You know? Anyways, I don't know. She's now trying to attach herself to Tucker. So it's like, you know, hey, look, just because no one else will support you doesn't mean you just go run to the Islamists. You know what I mean? Anyways, so she's trying anything she can to be relevant. She's trying to do. Yeah. Next story. Megyn Kelly went on I think it was on her own podcast, but she basically accused Netanyahu's son of vacationing in Miami while the nation is at war.
Actually, Bibi was reportedly arguing, especially after the nuclear facility strike in June, they're weakened. You know, now's the time. Strike while the iron's hot. And he talked Trump into it, Eric. You know, now the president's defenders are like, oh, no one talks Trump into anything. Like, oh, come on. Trump didn't run on this. Trump wasn't promising war with Iran. Trump wasn't running around saying, I'm going to take out the Ayatollah. That was Bibi all along. Clearly, he was persuaded by Netanyahu
because he didn't want to upset the anti-war people, which included me, by the way. And the only reason why I've turned and began supporting this is because of the way he handled Venezuela. He regime changed him with minimal casualties. Okay, you can either have Trump do this now and he'll do it in 20 weeks, or you can have Jeb Bush do it and he'll do it in 20 years, making a lot of money for that military-industrial complex. And that's why I began supporting this, just simply based on the way he dealt with Venezuela, in and out, bam. What was it like 60 casualties, and even then they weren't Venezuelans; they were Cuban security guards. Yeah.
Who this was a good idea.
Persuaded or coerced or extorted, I don't know. I'm not at that decision-making level. I don't claim to be. I just claim to understand math. And right now, we don't have a great math scenario. The U.S. forces, for what they were asked to do, performed amazing. Of course, when the enemy shoots back, sometimes their rounds are going to get through. And the friendly fire incident over Kuwait, losing 3 aircraft, we are exceedingly lucky we didn't lose those crews. But it's not time to go deeper into Netanyahu's war. And I think he's been to Washington at least 6 times. You think he could have taken his son back?
And the White House at least 7.
Okay, 7.
While his son's on a beach in Miami. That's a good question.
We hear that while his son's on the beach in Miami. So, you know, boy, Team Tucker's got to get it together, man. Look, here's the problem right now. Look, first of all, you didn't even verify that. Secondly, he posted proof that he was not only in Israel, but also hanging out with Megyn Kelly's friend and tagged her, Melissa Francis, to prove that this is not an old photo. So, good Lord, man. Like, Team Tucker, get it together. Holy shit. You guys are looking real bad this week. You got an endorsement from Marjorie Taylor Greene. You got her getting her. And by the way, he's threatening to sue. He says, you should know better when it comes to the issue of libel. So, and we know these guys love to sue, right? Look what happened to Elijah Schaffer. Good Lord. Yeah. Anyways. You guys got a Team Tucker, get it together. What is this? An Iranian ballistic missile striking. Oh shit, the airbase, huh? Is that our airbase or is that the Saudi airbase? That's a big difference. We'll check that on a bit when we get to the Iran stuff. Next story. So earlier we talked about how Kristi Noem is no longer DHS secretary. Trump has picked Senator Mullen, a Republican from Oklahoma. Okay, and I was just kind of like, I don't notice him much at all. Like, who is this guy, right? And apparently, this is the guy who ran up to Al Green during the State of the Union and tried to snatch his sign away. Look. This guy's badass. I like this guy. I didn't care much for. I was worried that he was going to be less ruthless as Kristi Noem, because clearly Kristi Noem doesn't like the Mexicans, right? No, this guy. Look at this guy. Oh, yoink! Look at that soon-to-be former congressman right there. Oh, it gets better, guys. Here's another clip of Senator Mullen in a hearing in the U.S. Senate, right? Presided over by Bernie Sanders. He's the chairman. He reads a quote of something that the witness said, basically threatening Mullen and calling him out for a fight. Okay, and look what happens in this scene here.
Like he's self-made. Sir, I wish he was in the truck with me when I was building my plumbing company. Myself and my wife was running the office.
Well, let me restart that. The audio was low. So again, he's reading a quote that the witness said. Okay, this is the witness here. Where is it? This is the witness here. Okay, right there. This guess who looking guy here. So he was talking trash about him, and he's reading the quote from the other guy. And look what happens.
Like he's self-made. Sir, I wish he was in the truck with me when I was building my plumbing company. Myself and my wife was running the office because I sure remember working pretty hard and long hours. Pretends like he's self-made. What a clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big guy.
Oh, stop it.
Is that your solution?
Hold it. No, sit down.
Oh.
Sit down. You're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Active.
Oh, okay.
Sit down, please.
All right.
Can I respond? Mr.
Hold it. If we
Something tells me ICE operations are going to be honky-dory. In fact, they might even get a little more aggressive. I love this. I love this. Senator Mullen. I didn't know much about this guy. I'm like, Oklahoma's, they're pretty, it's a good state. They're doing good. They're number one in job growth, low taxes, they got all their financials, done really well. And I was just kind of like, okay, well, he's got a lot less heat on him. People don't really seem to have a problem with them. And then I see this and I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah. I thought ICE was going to be dialed down. No, clearly it's going to get way worse, and I love this. Love it. This guy right here, he's going to get the Mexicans. The Mexicans. I'm still using that. Until he says it with even more disgust, Next story. The national average for gasoline is up 34 cents since the war started. Yeah, everyone's crying about that. Meanwhile, it's lower than it was last year. Okay? All the people crying about gas prices also did not give Trump credit for lowering the gas prices to begin with. Okay, now they're crying. Trump did this to gasoline, like that. And then, no one gave him credit. No one appreciated it. They kept saying, oh, everything's the same and nothing's better. So Trump's like, okay, well, if they don't care about the price of gasoline, let's just do that with it. Huh? Yeah, keep doing this. Keep talking trash. Keep taking money to talk trash about Trump, okay? And we're going to see Gavin Newsom take that number up to $10 a gallon. And we're going to see how your commute looks. Because my commute is 0 gallons of gas a day. I literally fill my car up once a year. Thanks to you guys and supporting my channel. Now, a story? Here's who's this guy? Secretary Wright. I think he's the energy secretary. He's basically interviewing with Fox and Friends, talking about in New England, those 10 states. They apparently have very, very high energy prices, and it has to do with a natural gas pipeline that was blocked by the Biden administration. But again, these talking heads says, everything sucks. Trump's fault for everything. Trump's not doing anything. Right. Meanwhile, you saw the U-turn in that gas prices. Because you don't appreciate it anyways, we're just going to bring it right back up. Bring it right back up, and then we'll lower it later, and then maybe you'll appreciate it the second time around, right? Anyways, he's talking about getting this pipeline going and then hopefully fixing the gas prices, the energy prices out in New England, because it is bad up there. When it's that cold and you don't have gas, it's expensive to stay warm. Yeah.
Of course, the Trump administration, we want to help every state, but it is political choices that leaders make that make energy expensive. Like one of the reasons I'm here in New York.
And then they'll blame it on the war and say that, oh, it's high. Natural gas prices are high because of the war in the Middle East. And it's just like, it's been high. It's been high. What are you talking about?
New England states have crazy high electricity price for one reason. They blocked a natural gas pipeline that would go from Pennsylvania through New York State and lower everyone's electricity prices and allow job creation in New England. But the politics of, sort of a climate cult was we can't have any more hydrocarbons. We can't have any more hydrocarbons. They stand in the way of stuff and just make it more expensive.
Yeah. Next story. Ken Paxton reveals the one thing that would cause him to consider dropping out of the Texas Senate race against John Cornyn. He said that if the Senate will get the Save America Act passed, then he will drop out. And you know what you should do? Let them pass the Save Act and don't drop out anyways. Why? Look, it's a primary. It's a primary. The only thing that's going to happen is that John Cornyn is going to have to spend more money campaigning against him. Which again, I guess he could be using it to campaign against the guy who beat Jasmine Crockett, right? But again, it's Texas. You're not going to lose in a general. If anything, you'll lose right now. And I'd rather have Ken Paxton. I'd rather have Ken Paxton as AG of the United States in place of Pam Bondi. But I don't know if he's got enough blackmail on people to survive that position. You know what I mean? Oh, you're arresting the wrong person, Dad. What is this? I'll look at that later. So he's made that offer there. Next story. Ooh, Brandon Herrera has won Texas District 23. Look at that. He has beat Tony Gonzalez. Good stuff. Tony Gonzalez is officially what is it called? Conceded? Yeah. So Brandon Herrera is in. Good stuff. Next story. This is out of Montana. Senator Steve Dines, I'm sorry, Montana Senator Steve Daines reportedly waited until the final hour to announce his Senate withdrawal, a move that prevented Democrats from recruiting a viable candidate and spared Republicans a costly competitive race in the midterms. I wish that was written a little bit better because I don't know what party this guy's in, because you're saying he was a Democrat and he withdrew at the last hour? I mean, I don't know. I guess that's what that means. He ran as a Democrat and withdrew at the last minute. Because I don't know what party this guy ran for. You know? Anyways. You figured the DNC would have that they have their eye on that, right? No. So I mean, I guess that's a clever trick, but I mean, I don't know that this is for sure because I don't understand that headline. Anyways, next story. The Pentagon has formally notified Anthropic that it is deemed the company and its products a risk to the U.S. supply chain. Yeah. So this is after they said, no, we're not letting you use our AI for war. We're not going to let you use the unlocked version of it. I'm like, oh, okay, well, then we'll find somebody else. So now, by the way, Anthropic is suing the government to make the government use their product is what it is. That's what they're doing. Anthropic's going to try to do that. Good luck with that. Last time I checked, the government tends to side with the government. Okay? Good luck with that AI, guys. Yeah? Anyways, I think Sam Altman needs to just make a deal with the Pentagon. If you lose subscribers, who cares? You're going under anyways. You will never have enough subscribers to prop up your AI. That's just not how it works. It's not a profitable thing yet. You know? Like when the internet first started, was it profitable for every was every website profitable? It wasn't. You know, there wasn't a lot of traffic on the internet. There wasn't a lot of business on the internet. People were still skeptic about the idea of punching your credit card into the website and then receiving a product in a few days, weeks, right? It took like a week back then. Am I really going to get my product, or how do I do this? How do I assure that I get my product? That was always on our minds. Now it's just like, oh, okay. Now we're so secure in our internet purchases that we accidentally buy scam products. We accidentally give our credit card numbers to Indian call centers, right? So again, AI is in that phase right now where it's like it's not profitable yet. Because why? Because they need data centers to run all this shit. You know. Meanwhile, if you would just put 24 gigs of RAM into everyone's devices, it would have been fine. But no, we're going to artificially pump the price of DRAM to make the industry more profitable. That's stupid. If you wanted to spy on everyone using AI, you should have added 24 gigs of VRAM in every device. That's not impossible. Apple's already at 8. 8 on their lower end devices, and it goes up to like 16, I believe. 24 is really, well, I don't know. You would need like 48 if you were doing LLMs, right? Anyways, next story. Whoopi Goldberg abruptly cuts to commercial after Elizabeth Hasselbeck confronts Sunny Hostin on her Obama's Libyan war. Yeah, she asks, "Where were your complaints then?" Yeah, we don't criticize Democrats, but that's just not what we do, right? The View.
Can I ask you? I think we are agreeing that they should.
We don't question her ancestors owning slaves. We don't question Kamala Harris's ancestors owning slaves, right? They don't need to pay reparations because they're dark.
I think we are agreeing that they should all go with honor, be received with honor, because they serve with honor. And they are the best of us are serving for the rest of us, and that they have my heart for life. Right. I want to ask you why you keep calling this like an undocumented attack, that you don't agree with the war and illegal.
Unconstitutional.
So did you believe it was illegal in April of 2011 when the Office of Legal Counsel memo stated from President Obama that the president has constitutional authority to direct the use of military force in Libya because he could reasonably determine that such use of force was in the national interest prior, congressional approval was not constitutionally required to use military force in these operations, where were you then complaining?
I agreed. Well, I wasn't on this show then.
No, but personally, would you have stood against that?
I was at home complaining. No, I wasn't complaining because the Office of Legal Counsel was involved. And the Office of Legal Counsel...
This came after.
But the Office of Legal Counsel is the office in the Department of Justice, because I worked at the Department of Justice, that reviews these things and makes legal determinations. This president doesn't go through the Office of Legal Counsel. This president does not go to Congress. Congress has the...
Nobody did that. There hasn't been a congressional declaration of war since World War II. Okay, so shush up. You had nothing to say about all the wars at all. You had nothing to say about the 12 countries Obama bombed, or the 6 wars he started. You had nothing to say about that.
Power to enact war, to approve wars. This Congress has the power of the purse. This president is acting more like a king than anything else. He is the commander. He's the commander in chief, but he is not a king. And so I think that this should have gone through Congress.
Oh, he's not a king. So why did you do the No Kings protest? Huh? You're saying he's a president and he's not a king. So you're saying he's not a king. You're admitting he's not a king. And that you were just saying he was being a king, right? I'm telling you, I hope Senator Mullen tears apart all these illegals, man. I hope he really makes them pay. I hope he gives them the most unhospitable housing, temporary housing on the way out. You know, when they store them in those warehouses before they get shipped off. I hope he is so unhospitable to them.
I think that the American embassies should...
You want to see what a king would do to these people? Yeah, just wait. Wait for Senator Mullen, the psychopath who wants to box everybody, which I love. Wait till you see him revamp ICE, okay?
Been notified so that American citizens in the Middle East would have been able to get to safety. I don't think that this was done appropriately. I maintain that this is illegal and unconstitutional.
Do you like the result? Do you like the result?
No, I don't.
Well, I don't. You would rather the regime head and those 40, 18 leaders be in place.
This is going to be a longer conversation. Since this is going to be a longer conversation, we're going to take a break today, and we're going back, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. So the moment anyone starts to make a good point against them, they go to commercial. You know, they reel him in, they ream him. They're like, hey, you come here, you listen to me. This is my show, Whitey. Right? So they're probably saying off air. Next story. The U.S. House has overwhelmingly voted 372 to 53 to declare Iran the world's largest state sponsor of terrorism. Yeah, I would argue that it's China, but we're not ready to say that yet, right? Because we're not fully decoupled with them yet. We still need that rare earth, right? We'll still need their lithium, right? Anyways, so 53 Democrats said no, we're not gonna call them terrorists because I'm Islamic and You know, you guys know how that is. Next story. Oh, Mac 420, your birthday's coming up, buddy. What do you have any plans? You gonna go to Chicken Ranch? Anyways. Here's the Ali Al Salim Air Base in Kuwait engulfed in flames. Look at that. Yeah, they're hitting Kuwait, guys. Yeah. Here's the air base. This is what's damaged. Yeah. That's Kuwait. There's Dubai. There's another recently neutral country that got hit. There we go. Oh, they're destroying energy infrastructure. Look at that. They just hit a transformer. Power lines going off. There's that. Iran fired 7 ballistic missiles into Kurdistan. This is in Iraq. So remember yesterday we were talking about the possibility of us arming the Kurds in northern Iraq. Yeah, apparently it's true because Iran felt the need to bomb them. There we go. Kaboom. There we go. Did you know there's a region of Iran that's lush and green? Yeah, northern Iran. It's called Kurdistan. It looks like that. Yeah, we thought it was all sand. Nope. They're not all sand Mexicans. Sand Mexicans. Huh? Here's another view of that same... I think it's a different bomb. Maybe the same one. I don't know. But here's another one. Not looking good. Oh, that's the drone right there. That's a dot. Yeah, that's a lot of gunfire. Yeah. So it looks like it. It looks like the Kurds are doing it. Your Kurds, you guys gotta get the Iranian people involved, and you gotta vet them very well. Okay, you don't want to accidentally give any arms to Islamic regime supporters, right? CENTCOM says it has hit an Iranian drone carrier. This is it right here. Come on, where's the video? There you go. Why did it black out? There you go. Oh, drone carrier. Has it sunk? It's roughly the size of a World War II aircraft carrier, which is smaller than our modern ones. That's what they're saying. Anyways. Ooh, look at this. Let's get to these real quick. Hold on. Let me open these. Because I just got some pop-ups and notifications. Where is it? What is this one? This video reportedly shows an Iranian ballistic missile striking the Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia. Yet another recently neutral country. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. That's close. Wow. Wow. That was bad. You realize that Iran has attacked more Islamic countries this week than Israel's ever attacked in their existence? What are you guys doing? What are you doing in Iran? By the way, I explained this yesterday. You know why they're firing missiles willy-nilly? They need to use all of them before we destroy them. And they don't have enough targets to send all these missiles to. So they're attacking every... they allege it's every military base that has U.S. assets in it. But meanwhile, they're hitting like hotels and shit like that. So it's like, are you sure about that? You sure about that? Anyways, Tehran's targeted again, this time just after sunset. Look at that. Bam. Well. Wow. That's a lot of plumes. That's 4 just in this frame. One more off frame that you guys can't see. It's off to the side. What is this one? Only 9 commercial ships detected crossing the Strait of Hormuz since this all started. Let's see, next story. Oh, look at this. This is a giant crater. Oh, this is video of the actual strikes. Yeah, this might look bad, but you might be interested to know that there's an underground city underneath all these many blocks of city here that is being hit. Now we know where our B-52s went, right? Because yeah, we talked about this yesterday. We deployed B-52s, not the B-2 Spirit, not the stealth bomber, but the gigantic one that can carry a massive payload that is not stealth. And basically, we wouldn't be sending that unless their radars were disabled, unless their missile systems were disabled, at least one or the other, right? Now we know where the B-52 was going. Let me show you what they were attacking. Apparently, there's an underground facility right here. This is sent to me by Jillian. Thank you very much, Jillian. Yeah, this whole multiple city blocks, guys. Look at this. This whole T-shaped city block section there. All of that. Oh, and by the way, that area that you saw was underneath. A portion of it was underneath the. You remember the experts building where they all met to vote to vote for the new Ayatollah. It's underneath that building, and apparently it spans multiple city blocks and it has multiple exits. So they bombed all of it. Yeah. So what you just saw earlier was this. This is about where. Oh, look at that. Look how big that is. Okay, so the compound was just for here, but apparently look how wide. Like all the exits here. So those are all the exits. So that's why they attacked this entire block here. Yeah, so that's the main compound. That was the building. This was that panel of experts building that they destroyed the other day while there's a meeting to vote for a new Ayatollah. So that was it. And then there's multiple levels down, and it goes well underground. There's an elevator and everything. Wow, Look at that. You know, the fact that we have a good idea of this facility tells us we have a mole. Yeah, we have a mole, and I believe it's I forgot who it was, but yeah, it's an Israeli intelligence mole that is in this the regime. Yeah, so that got wrecked today. Oh yeah, there's Iranian state TV announced yesterday that it sent a drone and it attacked the USS Abraham Lincoln, the aircraft carrier, and they said that they actually successfully struck it. The U.S. The Department of War, our Defense Department, announced today that the USS Abraham Lincoln was not struck by drones. So again, they're doing all this propaganda like, oh, we are winning, keep fighting for the regime, fight the Kurds, right? So that's what they're pushing there. Nice try though. Israel's deputy foreign minister expects Australia to join in on the war. Look at that. This person says, my message to Australia is to wake up. Oh, and by the way, you know, the submarine that sank the Iranian warship off the coast of Sri Lanka actually had several Australian sailors in there.
So my message to Australia is to wake up.
Israel's deputy foreign minister telling 7 News it's time for Australia to join the war.
I would expect Australia, with its long history of defending humanity and freedom throughout many wars throughout our history, I would expect them to actually join forces as well.
The Israeli government minister also had a message for Australians worried about the impact on fuel and gas prices, trade, travel and our security, insisting controversially that the war would be worth it in the long run.
They need to understand what could have come in the future, which would have been far more dangerous.
It's not the future. It's right now. Have you seen Australia lately? Holy crap.
Have been much more economic.
Australia is thoroughly invaded, and they have no gun rights.
Economically costly as well.
Yeah. So it's already late. What I'm hoping for all of this, by the way, you know, decapitating, literally getting rid of the Islamic regime in Iran, the largest Islamic regime, state regime in the world, is that I'm hoping to see the Islam in general all over the world retract just a little bit and have them start converting to Christianity. If you're not aware, by the way, the fastest growing religion in Iran is Christianity, and that's why the people are so damn sick of this regime here. They see what's going on. They see Christians being killed all the time. You know, Islamists will literally go up to like a construction site. Are you Christian? It's like, you need to denounce Jesus, and they say no, and then they kill him. Yeah, this is what they do, guys. So yeah, hopefully these stupid regimes in Texas and New York. Remember they tried to do a Sharia law city in Texas. Yeah, hopefully all of that just subsides. Hopefully they just go away and stop reading that sci-fi book called the Quran. What a waste of time, huh? Next story. Trump announces this morning, he says there will be no deal with Iran except unconditional surrender. After that and the selection of a great and acceptable leader, we and many of our wonderful and very brave allies and partners will work tirelessly to bring Iran back from the brink of destruction, making it economically bigger, better, and stronger than ever before. Iran will have a great future and make Iran great again. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, once these guys start cranking out oil, we're going to be crashing the price of oil to where Russia's oil exports will be worth nothing. And that's how we're going to end that war. But it's isn't it crazy that we're expected to wrap this war up faster than we are with the before the Russia-Ukrainian war wraps up. Yeah, this is going to be a catalyst right here. That, and then we got to get Pakistan going with their oil. That's going to take some time, right? Doesn't it take a few years to start pumping out oil? Next story. This is a photo shared by a Reuters reporter. This is in CENTCOM. Look at that. We got Pakistan, we got Israel, we got Qatar, Iraq here. We got Iran. And apparently, we're going to be invading Tampa soon. Look at that. Watch out, Florida. Chris Pavlovsky, what did you do to piss him off? Yeah, they're probably mad at Chris Pavlovsky because of the third-party cookies not working for Rumble, right? We got Rumble Premium, and we still got to watch ads on embedded videos off the website. I'm kidding, Chris. Don't ban me. Tampa, heads up. I'm kidding, by the way. We have a CENTCOM base there. Zulu, I think that's UTC time. I don't know what Zulu is. What is Zulu? Anybody know what Zulu is? Huh? Anyways. Tampa could use cleanup anyways. I mean, just saying. Zulu, fun to say. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. Ah. Anyways, next story. The White House put out this video today.
You want to see me do it again? You want to see me do it again?
Oh man.
You want to see me do it again?
Yeah, we are being as unapologetic as possible. They even captioned it. Will not stop until the objectives are met. Unrelenting, unapologetic. Yeah. I think this is a great shift in that the Overton window. We've moved it all the way back to God, like 1930s. Holy shit. We've been like, oh, considerate, oh, sorry, oh, we make a mistake, oh, we're too aggressive, you know. We've been like that for like 50 years, and now we're just like, nah, we're gonna do it and we're gonna laugh. Yeah. Next story. The UK actually arrested 4 people who were believed to be spying for Iran. Yeah, these guys are shitting bricks, guys, because they just got attacked in Cyprus, and they're not even allowed to deploy their own troops to reinforce Cyprus because of the Islamic community in the UK, who will, by the way, do a terrorist attack because they already announced that they're going to be doing so. So we're going to see lots of attacks here. We'll see a few here in America too, which, by the way, guys, don't go to crowded places. Not until this blows over. And by the way, it's going to continue long after the Iran regime is changed over, because look at all these brainwashed Quran readers. You know, they still think they're getting 72 virgins. Virgin what though? Is it people or is it goats? Right? We don't know what they are. I think they'll be pretty disappointed when they figure out what it is afterwards, right? Anyways, next story. Thousands of German teenagers skipped school on Thursday to protest against conscription. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you Germans, man. Like, if your kids if they're protesting conscription, good luck getting them to fight even when you force conscript them. Okay? I mean, you guys you're totally screwed. You can get invaded by Poland, you get invaded by Russia, you can get invaded by the United States, and you can't do anything about it. You have no fighters in your country. You have 0 battle-ready battalions, and this is after decades of being liberals. Holy crap! That's a Russian psyop successful, huh? Yeah. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there was a KGB agent named Yuri Bezmenov. He defected. His assignment was to go to India and subvert their country, make them like liberals and soft, so that they won't be able to wage a respectable war. And he fell in love with the Indian people. And he's like, I'm not going to do that to these people. These people are so wonderful. So he defected. He left the KGB. He spent the rest of his life living in Canada under the name Thomas Schumann. Thomas Schumann. And he spent the rest of his life educating the West about what Russia's doing. And Russia is basically responsible for spreading all the liberalism into the Western world to make us soft so we'll lose wars. And you know what we've been doing ever since? Losing wars. Yeah, we got our butts kicked in Vietnam. We didn't complete our mission in Korea. That's why it's North and South Korea. Afghanistan got let go by Biden. That was a disastrous exit. Now Pakistan's trying to get it back for us. What have we won since? You know, other than regime changing Libya to protect the currency, you know, and Egypt. So yeah, liberalism. It was. But by the way, you know who introduced yoga to America? American celebrities. Yeah, people like Jane Fonda. Yeah, and Thomas Schumann told us exactly that. He says, you know, they had the celebrities, they push yoga, you know, and you think about yoga, they think, oh, clear your mind, think about nothing. But that's the exact opposite of what you should be doing. But they want to promote this, like, oh, every day go do yoga, meditate, think about nothing. And it's like that's contrary to productivity. You're wasting time thinking nothing, you know. And he said it himself. By the way, if you could find Yuri Bezmenov's lectures all over YouTube, he did the lectures at UCLA. He did lectures, did speeches, like presentations about all the ideological subversion Russia has been doing to us. And even after the Soviet Union collapsed, China then took over afterwards. Yeah. So, yes. Generations of liberalism, and now you have kids protesting conscription. Yeah. Skipping school to protest conscription. Yeah, and even if you force conscriptum, they're not going to fight. They're going to cower and cry in a corner. They didn't want to do this. How do you force someone to fight who didn't want to fight? Next story. President Trump told CNN, again, this is from CNN, so who knows if they're lying or not. But, and this is also, by the way, retweeted by Insider Liars, who likes to lie about a lot of things. So take it for what it's worth. But apparently, Trump told CNN that Cuba soon is going to fall. And he says, I'm going to put Marco over there, which makes sense because he is Cuban. Okay. Although I would not want to risk his life there. Same reason. Oh, and by the way, you guys know the crowning heir of Iran was this guy named Reza Pahlavi, who's currently living in America, fighting the war against the Islamic regime politically. He apparently doesn't want to go back to Iran. He doesn't want to return to the throne and run Iran because he first of all, he'll get assassinated. That's easy. Secondly, he's got a family here in America. They've already, you know, so you might hear a lot from him. But he has no interest in going back to Iran. So they're going to have to find another leader. And by the way, that's why Trump has not mentioned Reza Pahlavi, because he doesn't want to do it. Yeah. Anyways, next story. Oh, look at this. Wild footage of lightning striking Grapevine, Texas. Oh. Whoa! I got that! That's a very late reaction, but okay. I knew that was a trash video. This video hasn't loaded all night. Refresh didn't work. Here we are. Next story. Oh, remember this lady, Captain DEI? She was a captain of a ship in the New Zealand Navy, and then she crashed it into a coral reef and sunk the ship. She's apparently being court-martialed over the sinking of it. Yeah. Hey, next time, ladies, don't take jobs you can't handle. Okay? This is no different from like all the ladies who want to be cops. Okay? And meanwhile, it's like this 4-on-1, you can't even detain one guy. You know? She faces 20 years, guys. She's facing, is it 20 years? Jeez. Oh, there's a ship. Look at that. There's a ship. Not this thing. That ship is that thing right there. Underwater. Yeah. She slammed it into a coral reef while on autopilot. She's getting court-martialed for negligence. Yeah. That's a very expensive ship. I mean, that ship probably costs New Zealand like $30 million. What? The $30 million dive support vessel was ripped open, caught fire, and sank completely in the catastrophic blunder. Wow, that's not very eco-friendly either, right? So in New Zealand, you're going to be paying carbon taxes for this, or what? Like, you know how much diesel just leaked into the ocean? Did you clean that up at all? No, you didn't, right? Did you at least set it on fire so that it doesn't poison the freaking ocean? Anyways. I think she's facing 20 years. I don't know where the... Jeez. Oh, look at that. This was the Navy's first ship loss since World War II and resulted in New Zealand paying Samoa $6 million New Zealand dollars in compensation for environmental destruction that resulted from the crash. Do you know how long it takes for a coral reef to grow? It's literally protected something. I don't know what they call it, but you're not supposed to touch it. Yeah, I made the mistake of like accidentally laying on it, and it was only because the tide pushed me into it, and I was trying to like get out of it, you know, but it kept pushing me into the coral reef, and then people are like, "Hey, don't touch the coral!" I'm like, "I can't get out of here." I'm trying to swim out of that pocket. No, I was right on top of it. Becky says reefs hurt. Yes, they're living things. It looks like rock, but they're actually living. Yeah. And by the way, if you're surfing and you take a wipeout, right, and let's say you land on some reef and it like cuts you, you have to go to the doctor immediately. You got to get something injected into you to kill it. Otherwise, it grows in you and you lose your limb. Yeah, the ocean is a fucking monster, dude. You know, mostly unexplored, the ocean. Anyways, sucks to be you. But next time, don't take a job you're not capable of. Okay? If you're the type whose mind goes like this, don't take a job where you're piloting a $30 million boat. Okay? Holy shit. It's gonna be fun. There's so much water. Yeah. Next story. Oh, look at this. This is in India. This guy wants to get out of this. He's in an elevator. It's on its way up, okay? He's waiting for the door to open. And, you know, it opens and then you go out of the elevator. But look what happens. Okay, it stops. It opens. He steps out. And then it starts moving. You see that? How terrible that is. That close, guys. That close. That close right there. He almost got cut in half. Look at that. Hey, Indian call scammer guys. You're supposed to engineer the elevator so that when the doors are open, it blocks it from moving. That's how you do this, okay? Safeguards. Holy crap. Anyways, I thought you guys were smart. What happened? You guys got like one CEO and you guys are like, we're all geniuses. Clearly not. Next story. Oh, look at this. This is the future of agriculture, guys. This is a giant tractor holding an AI-powered device that scans the ground for weeds and it zaps it with laser. Look at that. So this basically eliminates the need for chemical weed killers in your agriculture, guys. So this is going to make food a lot healthier thanks to NVIDIA and their AI laser weed scanning zapping device here. Look at that. Look at that. It just zaps it. That's awesome. Next story. Imagine seeing this before entering Disney World. There's Minnie Mouse. She's lifting up her skirt. That's inappropriate. Oh, she's smoking. That's not good. Smoking's bad. Oh, you flipped the camera off. What's going on? Sanchez, come on. This is Disney World in Florida, by the way. By the way, very confusing. I was told that all these little characters are played by girls. Even the guy characters are played by girls. Because they're the only ones peppy enough, you know? Anyways. All right, guys, hit the like button, share this out, please. Remember, I got 2 other channels, Frank's Show Clips, as well as Frank's Funny Shorts. Please support those channels if you can. Watch every video, ring the bell for notifications, watch the whole video. Just hype it up if you can. If you got hype points, you can hype the video and it'll get spat out into the algorithm. Help grow that channel, please. Thank you very much. And we'll see you over on Rumble. Guys, go to my website, thenpcshow.com. You'll find Rumble right there. We have several things to watch. We've got a very detailed video about the new Iron Beam, the 100 kilowatt laser weapon that they've been using all week. We've got Joshua Philp talking about the shared economy and how it's destroying ownership. And then we've got Chris Chappell talking about China's collapsing economy because they're not able to get the oil anymore from Iran. Because the Strait of Hormuz is closed. Yeah. Anyways, guys, Cash App, buy me a coffee, subscribe to me on Patreon are ways to support the channel. You can also become a member, like Random Yank and like Beyond Ether. $3 a month, and which is like 10 cents a show. Or you can do that on Rumble. Look at that. Look at these members on Rumble. Look at these red glows. $5 a month there, but you also get access to our Rumble Premium Hangouts where we talk about food and pets. It's just a great place for us to hang out and just chat about things, you know? Anyways, goodbye, YouTube. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy your Friday. Don't DUI. And